Today I'm present about postmodernism and popular culture. So first of all, we can learn about the culture. That culture refers to pattern of human activities and the symbolic structure that gives such activity significance. And also, culture can be defined as all the ways of life, including arts, belief, and institution of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. And also, culture has been called the way of life for the entire society. And as such, the includes a code of manners, dress, language, religion, art, and also rituals. Next. What is postmodernism? So, postmodernism is a late 20th century movement that is a reaction of the worldwide view of 16th, mid and 20th century, and it is a Western philosophy and a late 20th century movement. It is movement away from more, especially it is trend in contemporary culture characterized by problem of object truth and national suspicions. So, postmodernism is a way of thinking about culture, philosophy, art, and many other things. Postmodernism says that one person should not try to make another person believe what he believes, because it is means nothing to say that belief is right and other is wrong. Term used to designate a multitude of trends in the arts, philosophy, religion, technology, and many 20th century movements. Next. According to Lyotard, postmodernism is an era in which people have rejected the grand support, sadly, universal story and paradigm such as religion and gender that have defined culture and behavior in the past, and have instead begun to organize their cultural life around a variety of more local and subcultural ideologies and myths. Next slide. The development of postmodernism. Features of postmodernism culture begin arise in the 1920s with the emergence of the data movement, in which features collage and focus on framing of object and discourses as being important than the work itself. Another strand which would have tremendous impact of postmodernism would be existentialist, who placed in centrality of individual narrative as being of source of moral and understanding. It is also philosophy, theology, art, architecture, film, television, music, theater, sociology, fashion, technology, literature, and communications are all heavily influenced by postmodern trends and ideas, and also thoroughly structuralized from a postmodernism perspective. Next slide. Globalization refers to the worldwide exchanges brought about the modern communication and infrastructure. Globalization is a process by which people are good moves easily across border. It is an economic concept that integration of a market, trade, and investment with a few barriers to slow and flow of products and service between nations. It is also describe how human beings are becoming more intertwined. The major objective of economic policy is to raise the role of globalization's method, such as a trade, technology, and networking abroad. Globalization has a different policy for supporting relation and independence in other states. Next slide. Postmodernism and language. It is refers to the use of postmodern ideas in the field of linguistics. It is an important concept of postmodernism view of language is the idea of play text, and in the context of postmodernism, means changing the framework which connect ideas, and thus allows the dropping or turning a metaphor or a word from the context to another or from one frame of reference to another. Next slide. Postmodern, Postmodernism in literature. Postmodernism authors tend to reject outright meaning in their novels, story, or poem, and instead highlight and celebrate the philosophy of multiple meaning or a complete lack of meaning within a single literary work. Next slide. Some of the authors of postmodernism literature, J.R.R. Tolkien, Salman Rushdie, C.S. Lewis, and Dan Brown. First, we can see J.R.R. Tolkien that he was the author of The Hobbit and its sequels, The Lord of the Rings, another fiction, and the Silmarillion, and the covers of the Lord of the Rings series. Second is Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie is an Indian-born British essayist and author, and his novel *Midnight's Children* is often considered his best work to date. Uh, he is the best known for the violent criticism. His book, The Satanic Verses, in 1988, inspired in radical Muslims. And third is C.S. Lewis. He was an Irish author and scholar of mixed Irish, English, and Welsh work on medieval literature, and he was also fiction, especially the series, children's series and entitled The Chronicles of Narnia, and his science fiction space trilogy. And last one is Dan Brown. He was is American author and thriller fiction, best known for writing the controversial in 2003 bestseller The Da Vinci Code. Next, here are my references, and thank you everyone.
Make the mic. The last citation that you have given, do you have that PDF file?
Which
The,
sir?
that link I'm not able to download or open that file.
Yes sir, I have a PDF for of them.
Yes, last one. This teaching arts edu.au. Leotard
Yes
J.
sir.
Do you have that copy?
लिंक कुछ है ही ने.
A link खुलती નથી.
Yes sir, એ છે મારી પાસે.
So send me an email. Yeah. Send me an email. Yeah.
Yes sir.
Yeah. Okay, so let us have a look at your work. Okay, so overall 87 percentage your work, that is quite good enough. Above 85, that is the class average. So you are on the positive side of that framework, and your work, other works are, I think, all completed. Okay, so no other works are pending also, so that is good. Okay, and your certificate. So this is your political compass, aptitude for cultural studies, and you are also on the same line where most of the students are, left side and on the libertarian side.